Good morning and welcome to the Talk of the Town. I am Sonali Vanigabaduge. Joining me this morning is Sureni Weerathunga, Senior Research Analyst at Verite Research. Good morning, Sureni.
Good morning, Sonali.
Sureni, a well-planned budget is of utmost importance for any government to ensure economic stability and growth. But when it comes to Sri Lanka's 2024 budget, it has to factor in our present unique situation. Before going into the 2024 budget, we need to know how we have fared with budget 2023. Does anyone actually follow up on what happens to the implementation of the budget proposals? Could you take us through your most recent assessment on budget promises beyond Parliament? Take us through some of the issues and findings.
Yes, sure, Sonali. As you mentioned, since the budget speech 2024 is around the corner, everybody is super excited about it. But it's equally important and essential to understand how well the government has implemented the 2023 budget and basically what they've promised to do. And this budget promises beyond Parliament mid-year assessment of budget speech 2023 actually assess the progress and the openness the government has made in terms of the 2023 budget speech. We track 25 top or the highest value expenditure proposals here, and what we've identified, the key findings are basically is that first, 68% of what we tracked, which means 17 out of 25 proposals we tracked, could not be, the progress of these could not be assessed because of lack of information. The government neither proactively nor as a response to RTI provided this information. And the most shocking news is, Sonali, 97% of allocations we assessed is actually allocated for the 68% of proposals that we do not know anything about. The other important thing is that lack of transparency has been a persistent problem, and it has even worsened this year. So during 2021, the lack of transparency or lack of openness was only 45%, which means we didn't know the progress of the proposals we tracked for 45%. And then this has further worsened in 2022 and 3. In this assessment, we do not know the progress of 70% of the proposals we tracked, meaning it has increased by 25%. So basically, what we want to highlight is that despite the calls for transparency, accountability, and heightened importance of governance, still the government has not taken corrective measures to correct this action, and they've been doing the same things, the same old ways, expecting different outcomes, which is impossible.
So, Sureni, it seems like a case of promise making and not promise keeping, which is what the government is mandated to do by virtue of its office. Take us through the recommendations. What can we as the citizen do instead of just listening to the finance minister's budget speech and then going on about our day? What can we do, and what information do we need to know to make sure that parliamentarians or Parliament actually implements the promises made in the budget?
As citizens, the main thing we can do is hold them accountable, question, demand transparency. And as we all know, we see that is increasing, of course. People are demanding for it. And apart from public, there's a huge responsibility on the implementing agencies, Ministry of Finance, National Budget Department, when it comes to implementation of the budget. If I quickly brief the 4 recommendations, Sonali, the first is to provide assumptions and analysis that went behind all these proposals. This is quite crucial. Proposals cannot be brought into the budget without any analysis and assumptions. The second one is National Budget Department should be able to correctly identify who the implementing agencies of each proposals, because they are the body that has the right to monitor the implementation of the budget. And the third is the formal oversight. Oversight is very crucial because lack of oversight actually can have serious consequences. And this oversight we have to demand from both executive and legislature. And the third thing is timely and consistent disclosure of data. And I mean, there's already regulations, which is the RTI Act, and Section 8 of the RTI Act 12/2016 actually demands the minister to publish biannual reports containing relevant information to budget proposals. So these are not new recommendations. These are not things that they cannot do. To do all of these, they already have the legal framework, the bodies, and everything is there. It's just a matter of doing the job properly.
All right, fantastic, and a lot for the people to do, a lot for Parliament to do in terms of ensuring that Sri Lanka moves towards economic recovery. Thank you so much, Sureni Weerathunga. Thank you for your time, and it's back to the studio.